Now the year's coming to an end, and with it the 2013 season of the JK National Racing Championship. Abhishek Singh went down to the Buddh Circuit in Delhi to catch all the year's racing action. And here's the report he brought back.
Fast cars, great track, large crowd and pretty women. An ideal weekend, one would say, but just another day at the office for India's top race car drivers who arrived at the Buddh International Circuit in Noida for the final round of the JK Tyre National Racing Championship. Three major racing categories, the homegrown Formula LGB4, the Volkswagen Polo R Cup and the Formula BMW, running the 2000cc JK Racing Asia Series cars in association with Formula 3 championship winning team Euro International. And one support race of international women drivers who raced Volkswagen's single-make TDI Polos.
In the past, we never had technology. Now you got the best of the machines here. You got best of manufacturers backing it up. Then the boys. Now we have 14-year-olds who are now getting prepared. Versus our champs used to come when they were 25. So we've achieved that. Only thing left is girls also coming in.
The Formula LGB Swift has always been a category that's hotly contested. Well-prepared cars, almost equal in terms of performance, and a grid of really skilled drivers make for some great racing. With the championship on the line, everything just goes up a notch higher. Race 1 began with Sarosh Hataria leading the championship with 80 points and only a point separating Vishnu Prasad in second place and Karthik Krishna in third. The race started with some wheel-to-wheel racing with hardly anything separating the drivers. But a few laps into the race, there was a frantic exchange of places as Bafna, Krishna and Prasad battled it out ahead of the pack. Prasad was behind Bafna and Krishna in third with hardly any room to overtake. But in a brilliant display of racecraft, Prasad made a move on the last corner, made it stick and took the checkered flag. Krishna came in second, Bafna was third. The next set of races was the Volkswagen Polo R Cup, and here the championship was still wide open and any of the top 4 drivers could take the cake. Race 1 saw South African driver Jeffrey Kruger start on pole. His sister Robin, who started second, had a better start, and the two went side by side into the first corner. Kruger's skill immediately came into play and he pulled away after leaving his sister behind to deal with the challenge that came in the form of championship contender Rahil Nurani, who started third. Nurani couldn't get ahead after repeated attempts and settled for third place. Robin came in second and Jeffrey Kruger took the flag with a comfortable lead.
I started on pole position, and then when the lights went out, I just went side by side with my sister into the first corner, and then the rest of the race I managed to pull the gap and then bring it home to the end.
A cheer went up from the crowd as they saw the mean-looking single-seaters of the Formula BMW category roll out of the pits. Race 1 saw 15-year-old Arjun Maini start on pole, but as the drivers reached the fourth corner at the end of the 1.2-kilometer back straight, Vishnu Prasad and Chitesh Mandodi had caught up with the young driver. Maini got sandwiched between the two senior drivers as they exited the corner and had to back off. Mandodi snatched the lead and started pulling away, while Prasad slipstreamed in Maini's toe, pulled off a textbook slingshot maneuver to get ahead. Maini had to settle for third, Prasad came in second place, and Mandodi registered his maiden victory of the season.
At the start, I fell back to second, and then Vishnu, me and Arjun, we had some fights, and then I managed to move ahead, and then I just managed to give my best lap time.
Vishnu Prasad gathered 179 points in the first ever JK India Racing Series and went on to win the championship in his debut year. The win has earned him a free test in the European Formula 3 in Italy with Team Euro International.
I mean, from where I've started, I've never dreamt, going to the F3 or probably even sitting in the car. Now I am in the F3 test. It's a pretty big deal for me, and it's pretty emotional as well.
I love you, baby. I really do. I'll give you all my loving. I'll be so true. Get you anything you want, girl. I'll be so good. Buy you diamond rings and things like a lover should. Treat you right every night like no other man.
Times have never been better for the Indian motorcyclist. Your options are huge and varied, what with all the international brands being launched here one after another. But there are some among us who prefer their motorcycles less stock and more custom. For them, that's the Bombay Custom Works.
This thing happened first in a year, I think a year and a half back. I was working in Delhi in a company, and one day I got bored and I called up my dad. I'm done with it, I'm tired. And having studied automotive design, I said, why not start something of my own? This space here was a go down here, the warehouse. Asked dad to shift everything out. I want to start something of my own. So I took dad's motorcycle, I stripped it off to the chassis and the wheels only. And then not knowing what to do on next on the motorcycle. I spent time on it about 6-7 months on it, and you know the motorcycle started taking shape, and you know I started realizing what I wanted to do, and you know I started working on it, and then eventually realized the style and the class and the categories of motorcycles that are around. So I feel there is a lot of scope in these commuter motorcycles in India, and everybody wants their own creative bit and their own personalized product, and not everybody can afford an expensive motorcycle. I mean, if you see, there are so many motorcycles in India now for about 100-125 cc's, which used to be so well designed earlier. Now they have changed the design to commuter sections, and it's to the point, economical. So I felt why not take that platform and do something creative on it? Why just no offense to Royal Enfields, but why just a Bullet? People want this every day. People want something different on their motorcycles. May that be just a handlebar or an exhaust system or just a set of seats. So I see this going very far, man. For I think at least 5 years, there's a lot of scope in this market. Feels very, very special, and it feels very good to be invited to India Bike Week on such a massive platform. For India Bike Week, I think I'm building a bike which is a blend of a boat track racer and a cafe racer. It's a blend between the two. So I mean, I'm using vintage girder forks in the front with knobby tires over here, and I'm using an adjustable handlebar over here, which can be adjusted to the seating positions. I haven't decided on the tank yet, but it's going to be more of a sleek tank, which go all the way back, and I have a suspended seat, which may go on a leaf spring suspension. And the rear is very simple. It's going to be suspended by either leaf springs or regular spring suspensions. And that's about it, man. It's not much. It is based on a Pulsar 150 engine. There has to be a change. Something cannot last forever. So there has to be a change, and I feel from what I am doing, I can give them a little difference in what they use every day.
And that was our show for this week. We've had a great time making it. We hope you had a good time watching. Remember, you can catch this entire episode online at timesnow.tv or youtube.com. And I know it's embarrassingly late, but you can finally follow us now on Twitter at Times Drive. Till next week then, ciao and take care.